Ladies and gentlemen, super excited to make a quick announcement here. We have 5 minutes to go to 8 p.m. All eyes on 8 p.m. as that's when we'll have Sadhguru and Bill Gates dropping in for the rewards and recognition program, which happens at 8 p.m. at the Grand Auditorium. So make sure you have your presence felt there in the Grand Auditorium at 8 p.m. We have Bill Gates and Sadhguru as part of the rewards and recognition program. Right now, on the open mic stage, we have incredible startups taking us through their stories with these video presentations. Let's have the videos, please.
My name is Jhankar Sakarkar. I am a founder of Panchang.tech. Panchang.tech is a data science and analytical organization which deliver predictive solutions based on business requirement. As we know that on a daily basis we are collecting huge amount of data from social media, machine sensor data, patients data from hospital, customer data from online shopping, banking and finance and many more. But these industries don't know the value of their own data. In the world of science and prediction, a single bit of data is a precious asset for the businesses. So what is data science? Data science know the value of your data. It can understand data, extract the meaningful information from it and use this information to solve the problem. Currently, we are transforming the industries like manufacturing industries, healthcare, banking and finance, retail, public sector and many more. Primarily, we are focusing on manufacturing industry for the predictive maintenance. The biggest problem for the manufacturing industry is unpredicted machine failure. The current system is not that much of accuracy to predict correct time for the maintenance. Because of this, industries are facing huge amount of losses due to downtime and unplanned downtime. But data science have ability to predict machine failure and the remaining lifespan of equipment with the best accuracy, and this approach would overcome the losses by increasing the number of productions. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Prem Sanjay Buthandam. I'm the founder and CEO of Zeus Global. We have companies in India, Singapore, and the USA. At Zeus, we're trying to disrupt the mobile accessory space. I'll explain a bit of what we're trying to do. We have these smartphones which, well, do so much and they're smart. And then we have dumb accessories. We're trying to make some of these accessories smart. For example, we have the iPhone 11 and 12 and the new, which have like dual SIMs, and the new iPhone SE2 does not. So we designed and manufactured a battery case for the iPhone SE2 and also some of the older models, which not only charges your phone when needed, but also adds a second SIM, and I can show it to you here. This works actually simultaneously along with your SIM in your phone via Bluetooth. So in practicality, you have a dual SIM case now. Plus, we've added in 64 gigabyte of extra storage, so you can transfer files back and forth on the fly. We have dozens of products launching soon, starting later this month and well into 2021. We are Apple authorized developers and have several MFI products including lightning cables, cases, and very soon our MagSafe cases will be launched as well. We also recently won an innovation award, by the way. It's a smart lens system for mobile phones. I cannot disclose too much at this time as the official announcement from them will be made later this month. The lens actually has a unique locking system. It's a magnetic system, and we can actually change even the filters on the fly, and we actually have it's a patent pending right now. We are very excited about the prospects and cannot wait to see some of these products in customers' hands, and also we look forward to the valuable feedback so we can keep honing our products and make them even better. Thank you so much.
And one.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Gokul Anand.
One moment, sorry. Sriram will start. He'll introduce you and then you can go ahead.
I will introduce you, Gokul. Yeah.
And you're on.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, good evening to you. It's a few minutes after 9 p.m. here in India. Wherever you're joining us from, I hope you are having a great day and looking forward to a great weekend, which is not too far away. The chills are in the air. It's cold here in India as we approach Christmas. I wish you a very happy holidays. We have now come to the final leg of our open mic session. What an incredible last 2 days this has been. We've seen some incredible companies, startups share their stories with us. Just a few moments ago, we kicked off our rewards and recognition program as well. Some of the biggest names are dropping by in our grand ballroom. Right now, Audi 7, we are about to kickstart our final leg of the open mic series where some of the most selected entrepreneurs get to come in here and share their stories about their companies. One such company is already ready to go up on stage. We have Gokul Anand from Vistar Bioforce. What does Vistar Bioforce even do? It's a green energy startup that aims to reduce greenhouse emissions by 80% through supply of biodiesel to commercial users of diesel generators. Let's hear more. Handing it over to Gokul Anand. Over to you, Gokul.
Thank you, sir. Good evening, one and all. I'm Gokul Anand, founder of Vistar Bioforce. 40% of the addressable automotive market in India does not have an alternative to diesel in the next 20 years to come. So that's a very big addressable market, and that's a very big opportunity. So what are the pain points faced by these customers? Pilferage, adulterated fuel, high cost of petroleum diesel today, readily on par with petrol, manpower costs, capital costs, logistics costs. There are a host of problems that the customers in these segments face. And organizations, especially during this pandemic crisis, are trying to cut corners through every nook. So what do we do? So here it is. We at Bioforce, Vistar Bioforce, are giving value proposition to our customers through a unique fuel on delivery model, through which we will provide biodiesel at a rate cheaper than diesel and a fuel performance which is on par with petroleum diesel. Through the fuel delivery model at doorstep, we eliminate the need for inventory, spillage issues. We eliminate the trip costs to and fro to the nearest petrol station. We also eliminate the manpower required for it. We eliminate the capital costs required for it. And apart from this, we're offering a 100-liter free trial to every customer to have a first-hand experience of the product and then come on board, join us. So what are we expecting in return? We are expecting 1 crore in funding from our prospective investors in return for 10% equity of the company. We will use this to build the infrastructure, marketing, and all the other regulatory and business aspects. So we are looking at a market of 8,000 crores. And by the end of financial year 1, we're trying to capture 0.33% of the 8,000 crore market, which we are targeting. Our revenues will be close to 26.48 crores end of first year, and the profit after tax will be 1.2 crores. And that's literally 2.16 profit after tax per liter for every liter of biodiesel we sell, right? And we have on board with us 2 founders, that is myself and Mr. Satyanarayan, who comes with 6 years of startup experience. And I come with 6 years of automotive experience, hardcore automotive experience, along with the product experience, that is biodiesel. Together, our vision is to make Vistar Bioforce India's biggest green energy conglomerate. I welcome investors to come on board and make this vision a reality to reduce the pollution across cities in India and also provide employment opportunities to at least 1,000 people over the next decade. This is our vision, and we'll make sure we get there. Thank you.
Thank you, Gokul. Driving into the future in a greener, cleaner way. Thank you for sharing your thoughts with us on this platform. Make sure you do leave your profile on our open mic desk, as plenty of like-minded people are all under the same roof here as part of TIE Global Summit 2020. a whole lot of networking opportunities being created across the platform. Enjoy the rest of the evening. Thank you once again.
Thank you so much, sir.
A very good morning to Eric, who is joining us all the way from US of A. Eric is going to be taking over our virtual platform in just a few moments to tell you a little bit about Eric Gray. Gray Go Solutions. Gray Go Solutions is the only organization that is focused on simultaneously securing the safety and health needs of their clients. How exactly are they doing this, and what exactly is it that Gray Go Solutions does? Let's hear it from Eric Gray. Over to you, Eric.
Thank you so much for having me this morning. I appreciate the great introduction. So I'll get straight to it. So Gray Ghost, we're agile, adaptive, and innovative professionals. We have over 150 years of military and corporate experience. We provide like extensive training, risk assessments, mitigations, tactical medicine, and business continuity and crisis response. How do we do this? So I've spent 30 years in the government. 25 of those years were with the US military. I was a special forces weapons and medical sergeant. So everywhere that we have been to date since I was about 18 years old, starting in 1988, I have traveled and done medicines throughout the world. With that, they basically brought me over to the State Department when I was getting ready to retire from the military, and they asked me to stand up a new directorate. That directorate was the Office of Protective Medicine. And so after Benghazi, which everyone understood, they wanted special operations individuals to come in and basically never let that happen again. Well, with that, Ebola happened. We had other crisis response things that happened. So we started basically putting our individuals out there in the world. But some of the things that they forgot to do with that, we brought on planning. So we brought planners in from the corporate world and from the military sector in order to make it so that, you know, I've worked with Clinton and Kerry and Tillerson for the short time that he was there, and left while we have Mr. Pompeo in there. And we traveled the world making sure that they could get to the proper medical facilities. I've done, you know, Vibrant Group Gujarat with Secretary Kerry, looking at your medical facilities that are in India, making sure that they weren't just looking at the medical infrastructure from a tourism standpoint, because you guys have some great medical facilities there, but some of them were looking at it the wrong way. Our experiences, like I said, range from like Syria, Iran, North Korea. So we pretty much like to do this in environments, emerging markets where people are not used to being at. I've, you know, serviced things like the embassies in Libya. I've done the 2016 Olympics. And so what do? We tailor training. We do risk assessments. We do this for ultra high network individuals who are traveling the globe, or they want to get their companies into different locations. We do the planning, contingency crisis, some of the things that we're doing to date. We have basically, we started with about $30,000 the first year. We've made that into $1 million the second year. Now we're projecting another $4 to $5 million in 2021. We have subcontracts with the US government. We have contracts where we've had ultra high networks who wanted to create their own medical facilities. So that's what Gray Ghost can do for you. Those are the things that we provide, and we're here to provide solutions for everyone involved. Thank you.
Thank you so very much. Was that alarm to wake up, or the fact that
No, that was to stop me from running my mouth, sir.
All well said. Thank you so much, Eric, for giving us a perspective. And this is the open mic, where we encourage all the co-founders to come in here and speak their heart without the aid of any presentations or any PPTs. And we really appreciate you gracing the platform and sharing your thoughts with us. Appreciate it. Have a great rest of the day.
Thank you. You too, sir.
Thank you so very much. Ladies and gentlemen, we now forge ahead. TIE Global Summit 2020, that's happening on the virtual platform. This is happening on the virtual platform, so it's reaching out to a global audience. We have people joining us from all across the world here. We now move on to our next startup that's going to be sharing their tale with us. We have with us Alad Mallu. Shahi Ventures originates with the idea to tap the palm industry. When I say palm trees, what comes to your mind? The Middle East, or would you expect an Indian company to take you through it? I now hand it over to Ahlad Malu to take us through Trahi Ventures. Over to you, Ahlad.
Thank you, thank you, thank you so much for introduction, Sriram. Hello, everyone. I'm Ahlad Malu. I'm a management consultant and the founder of Strahi Ventures. To start with, it all started when I was a kid during my visit to our village in summers. So there was a dot that was created, and that the same dot was connected to another dot 15 years later, post my international MBA and specialization at IIM Lucknow, working with with a small stint at Coca-Cola. So during my research in RTD, that's ready to drink beverages, I saw the space, so a market that was not captured by the organized sector. And that is how we ventured into the palm industry. So generally when we talk about palm industry, especially in India, mostly it would portray in the palm oil industry. So what we meant by palm industry as in, what I'm talking about is specifically focused on Asian palm tree. So that's very specifically in South India, that's called Tadi Chetu. So the tree where, so there's so the, so we have ventured into the palm industry to cater products that are derived from Asian palm tree, where several lakhs of people are dependent on this on tapping this tree for their daily life. So we plan to have the product portfolio ranging from the Nira. So the Nira is a beverage. It's a sweet beverage that is derived of the Asian palmyra tree, where lakhs of people tap every day. So the Nira is yield for about 6 months in a year. So our initial product portfolio includes Nira, sugar, jaggery, syrup, and packaging of ice apples. So further, we would like to expand it to winery and handicrafts of palmyra tree. But at this stage, we would like to stick on to Nira, sugar, and sugar products. So this industry was never into the limelight and is bound by external factors, mostly by socio-political. So we plan to have this ecosystem of in the palm industry using a hub and spoke model, where a Nira is collected from the artisans at the local collections points with standard collection procedures, like we check the quality, sugar content, pH value, etc. So the collected quality Nira would be transported to the processed hub, nearest processed hub, where the Nira is filtered, purified, and processed according to the standard operating procedures in making the syrup, jaggery, and sugar. So we have two major objectives in establishing this venture. One is to create a self-sustaining ecosystem by empowering the artisanal community that is still dependent on this dwindling art of tapping palmyra tree. But that is generally used for the as a bread and butter for their daily life. Two is to promote the idea of using more natural and organic palm products derived out of palmyra tree to retain and reinforce these traditional practices. So in short, we plan to create another Amul in the palm industry, where milk is replaced with the Nira, and buffaloes and cows are replaced with palmyra trees. So in fact, the palmyra trees are abundant in nature and needs no feed or care. And we also wish to create the second operational fund. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Lad. That was informative, educative, and at the same time, we really appreciate the fact that you were so very candid in sharing your thoughts with us. Open mic, I hope you enjoyed your time here. We certainly did, having you here, sharing your story with us. And here's wishing you the very best for the upcoming exciting year 2021. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Sriram.
Now we move on to our next startup on the Open Mic platform, ladies and gentlemen. We have with us Mahesh Natarajan. Mahesh Natarajan is from Ingress Global Consulting. They are a boutique management consulting firm, and they have one mission of solving the problems of society by inspiring change and innovation. Let's hear it from Mahesh Natarajan.
Hi, Sriram. Thanks for the quick introduction. Hello, everyone. My name is Mahesh Natarajan. I'm a co-founder and partner at Ingress Global Consulting. As Sriram rightly said, we are onto a mission of solving the problems of the society by inspiring change and innovation. So to do so, we have a line of services like economic development, startup consulting, technology consulting, and government consulting. To talk about economic development, we all know during such hard times of pandemic, it's quite necessary for any nation to have investments, whether it is inward investments or outward investments or domestic investments. So we have a boutique offering called as FDI 360, which is a cross-border FDI suite, which helps all the economic development organizations to have an insights about various investors in different sectors. So we primarily work with the investment promotion agencies overseas and help the Indian companies give a platform wherein they could understand what are the ease of doing business policies and different incentives and schemes that they could avail if they have a plan of expanding themselves to outside India. So that's one of an area where we are focusing. Secondly, we are focusing on government consulting. Our primary agenda is to have impact assessments for the policies, because we know, I mean, this is an era where policies matters the most. And we believe, sectors like green energies, transportation, urban transport planning are the areas which are of great importance. So we are here to contribute towards the policy making as well as the assessments for states to understand where do they stand on the readiness of the policies. As far as the technology front is concerned, we have a very good and young team which focuses on emerging technologies, consulting corporates as well as the IT companies and also the startups to have a product innovation index in terms of the emerging technologies, whether it is artificial intelligence, IoT, machine learning. We have all the expertise in-house. So I mean, apart from me, I have two more other co-founders, Prathamesh Karmarkar, who has worked with the Big Four. Even I had worked with the Big Four in the past. And even the third partner of ours, Pooja Memnod, even she comes from a boutique management consulting firm. So we want to bring in all the best practices from all the Big Fours and the Big Threes. And we want to really focus upon giving change and a good experience to the society. I mean, it is our clients as well as it is all the general public. So that's what it's all about. IGC this year, I mean, this whole open mic concept is going online. We hope next time we get a chance to be there in the Global Summit 2020 and really explore, in terms of how we can get well connected to the investors and also the mentors who could really be part of our journey in, inspiring this change and really propelling the whole future.
All happening on
Thanks.
the virtual front this time around, Mahesh. We did have plenty of companies talking about their tryst with the garment industry as well. So it'll be great for you to connect with all of them, right from a sari company to tech companies. We've had almost every startup under the same roof. I request you to feel free to visit the platform, and for more networking opportunities, make sure you do drop in at our event desk and chat with plenty of like-minded people. Do drop in your profile at the open mic desk as well. Thank you for that wonderful presentation, Mahesh. Really appreciate
Thank you,
it.
Sriram. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Have a good evening, and all of you.
You too. We now move on to our next startup. We have Meghna Joshi joining us from Delhi, if I'm right. And she's going to be talking about Swan Livelihood Private Limited, SWAN, which is abbreviation for Skilled Workforce Advancing Nation. And on that note, I hand it over to Meghna Joshi.
Uh, Thank you so much for the warm welcome, and I'm really grateful to the entire team for having me over here. And I take this opportunity to introduce my startup, which is a startup based out of Delhi. And we are primarily into skill training programs. So we started our operations by imparting skill-based training programs to the youth who are coming from economically weaker sections of the society, by conducting a very comprehensive training program for these students, and also linking them with the employers. And we are relatively new startup. We started our operations in the month of January, and we also got an incubation opportunity along with seed funding with ACII Incubation Center at Ambedkar University, Delhi. It was during the time of the pandemic when we decided to expand our operations to also college going students and working professionals. And it was during that time when we launched more upskilling courses to impart skill based training education to many more youth who belong to coming from all these sections of the society, basically targeting also college going students and also working professionals. So what drive me to launch this startup was my prior experience in the field of social development, wherein I got really attached to the pain points of the youth who were coming from the economically weaker sections of the society. So in an endeavor, so I really try to understand the problem which were being faced by both the parties in general, and in an endeavor to bridge this gap, I decided to launch my own startup, which is by the name of Swan, which is also a reigning deity of goddess Saraswati, the goddess of knowledge and education. And that's how we have been conducting. We used initially we started with our operations in class training sessions at the space which was provided to us at the incubation center. But since the pandemic time, we have been able to successfully launch. We have been successful enough to launch our upskilling programs online, and we have been conducting a lot of workshops since then. And I invite everybody to have a look at our website, which is www.swanlivelihood.co.in, and also connect with us. Definitely we would love to have many more people joining us in our upcoming workshops, which we plan to launch soon. Also new workshops during the new year. Yeah, so that's about it.
Meghna, I had a question for you. Um,
Yeah.
since you said you're looking at providing education for people who come from the economically weaker sections. So when you're moving things online, how are you finding them to transition into a space where in terms of infrastructure, which not maybe it may not be widely available with them. So how have you bridged that gap?
So initially, yes, we found difficulty because not many students had technology access, and there was a digital divide which existed. But slowly and steadily, we tried to bridge that gap by forming a student circle, wherein uh, uh, by ensuring utmost precautions, if two friends could join in from one phone and could be a part of the training program, they found it easier to connect with them and also connect with us. And at the same time, they were also able to attend the training programs which we had to offer. So definitely I understand that we faced a lot of problems, and that's why though our operations were limited to providing upskilling trainings to these students who were from our previous batch during the time of pandemic, our focus was more on to upskill the college going students and also working professionals who found it easier to access technology and also to upgrade their skills based on the future job opportunities which they were looking for.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks so much, Meghna, for taking us through Swan. And here's wishing you all the very best for the exciting upcoming year. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, we will move over to our next startup. We have Prashant here stepping in for Ravi. He is going to be talking about hall automation. What is hall automation? Let's hear it from Prashant himself. I'm handing it over to you, Prashant.
Thank you, Sriram. Good evening, all. I am Prashant, the CTO and the co-founder of Hall Automation. We provide autonomous mobile robot as a flexible solution. We are a technology company focusing in the autonomous movement of materials and vehicles. Our technology allows our vehicle to tow, lift, carry, store, and scan your inventory and goods. We are completely infrastructure independent, having a proprietary natural navigation technology, which is self-learning, and having a strong focus on your safety as well. We have our in-house design charger, and which is adaptable to any lithium-ion pack to support our product range and verticals. The key is to have the cost benefits to our customers and total control of your system. The time saved cost adds a lot of value by automating the repetitive and critical tasks required in any industries and warehouses. Our cloud-based real-time data monitoring and alert systems, which are in all of our autonomous mobile robots, give you total control of your shop floor. Our four-step easy process, which is first in its industry, allows for very fast commissioning without having to disturb any of your existing operations or your existing environment. Mapping, localization, defining stations, and adding routes. It is as simple as that, and you're good to go with our technology solutions. Our 360-degree field of view provides enhanced safety of our products and yourself. Our charger and BMS provides negligible downtime with the hot swappable option and or the dock mating charging. So right now we are addressing three major industrial verticals, which are industrial and e-commerce, retail, and the defense applications. Our product offers autonomous movement of materials for the industrial and the warehousing segments. It enhances the operations for the retail chain owners and their end customers by providing a very fast checkout with our automated scanning and billing system. In the outdoor environment, it aids in the surveillance and the reconnaissance for the commercial and defense applications. We are a young startup which having only 3 to 4 years into this R&D, and we have been starting the coating formation from August 2020, leading to our first customer in June 2021. With our already existing and proven technology and the POC for our industrial and warehousing platform, we are moving into retail and the defense applications right now. I now thank TIE on behalf of Hall Automation for this opportunity to reach out to the larger audience and potential partners in the upcoming weeks or months. Thank you. Good evening.
Thank you so much, Prashant. Make sure you do share your profile with all the like-minded folks who are here joining us on the platform as well. I request you to drop in your profile on the open mic desk. Thanks so very much. Have a great rest of the evening.
Thank you so much. Good evening.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now move on to our next startup on the open mic platform, TIE Global Summit 2020. We already have School Look, the next startup that's going to be taking the main stage here. School Look, we have Dharmanjaneyulu, who is going to be talking about how School Look provides all school needs. When I say all school needs, be it uniforms, shoes, even security framework sorted for you. Let's find out more. Dharmanjaneyulu, over to you.
Thank you, Sriram. Good evening, one and all present here. I am Dharma, co-founder of School Look. Okay, let me ask you a simple question to you. So what could be the best possible days in your life? The popular answer could be the childhood days during your school. So the first thing comes to mind when you're joining to this school would be uniforms. So in olden days, my childhood days, it was started like this. So they gave me a sample to give to my father to stitch an uniform. He took me to the schools, different school. I mean, he took me to the different cloth shops and all. He searched for quality cloth, and then he went to the tailor. Then he took measurements. Then he asked me to come as after 10-15 days. After again, when we went to the collect the uniform, stitched uniform, we got a reply that please come after 3 to 5 days. Then again, the same thing happening, going on. It's now 2020. The same thing is happening. Still 15 more years, no, nothing has been developed. So we School Look team want to change this by standardizing its operations. We offer entire best suitable cloths with fine stitching fabric material. We deliver at your school doorstep. In addition to this, we are offering all school needs such as t-shirt, tie, belt, shoes, and socks, etc. On the other end, from the school management side, We are digitalizing the services such as student attendance, biometric for teachers, and progress reports, timetable, homework, bus tracking. Nowadays, parents are feeling insecure whether their children are reaching safely to the home or not. Bus tracking is a new feature that is going to help them to track. And then we are offering several other as well. So what could be the potential market of school? So according to UNICEF to 2017 and 18 data in India, there are more than 15 lakh schools and 85 lakh teachers, and then 25 crore children are studying schooling. Then then why school? Look, we team started in 2016. We did the market research for 2 years. Then we got first our client in 2018, served for 2 schools extensively in 2018, got the best reviews, and they got referred to the other 12 schools as well in Andhra Pradesh. Why now to invest in school? Look, it is the COVID time. 1 year, one academic year has been wasted, and it is the best possible time where schools are willing to come back with a new technology, new reforms, everything. So in addition to that, we all are getting first mover advantage, as no big player has been there in this segment mainly. So once again, School Look is here for all your school needs. Thank you for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you so much. That was a lovely presentation, Dharma. And here's wishing you all the very best. School's been out, and it truly is an incredible insight. And we wish you all the very best for the upcoming year 2021. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed the experience of presenting on the TIE Open Mic stage.
Thank you. Thanks a lot, Sriram. Thank you.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, we move on to our next startup who is going to be taking us through their journey. We have Pierre joining us all the way from Canada. Good morning to you, Pierre. Pierre is going to be taking us through Blood Flow Incorporated. It's a B2B SaaS impact health tech startup laser focused on remeditating serious deficiencies in the global plasma collection sector. Let's go over to Pierre to take us through Blood Flow. Over to you, Pierre.
Thank you very much. And hello, everybody. Greetings from Ottawa, Canada, where it is snowy. We had snow yesterday, so everything is white. It's a beautiful winter wonderland here. But I'm here to speak to you about a problem in the global plasma collection sector. As you may know, many new medicines are derived from base proteins that come from plasma, that comes from the blood that comes from a human. And 80% of the world's plasma currently comes from the United States. There's not enough plasma to meet growing demand at the best of times. And during this pandemic, plasma collection around the world, but specifically in the United States, is down about 25%. These are big problems because it takes anywhere from 7 months to a year to get medicines from your plasma into the arm of somebody that needs it. So some big problems with that. We help here at Blood Flow, we help plasma collectors reduce donor onboarding friction and incentivize donors to increase both donation frequency and new donor referrals. The result of that is an expanded and diversified donor base, deeper plasma inventories, reduced per unit collection costs, and in the case of for-profit plasma collectors, increased revenues. Currently, our farming algorithm is we've identified 36 plasma collectors representing over 900 plasma clinics around the world. We're in discussions with 4 of those 36 collectors. We have done prototype demos to 2 collectors, and we're in discussions for 2 paid pilot discussions. So that is some developments on our side. We are still new, but more than the financials, Blood Flow helps fill a gaping hole between current global plasma collection and fast-growing worldwide plasma demand, something that will save lives and add to quality of life for millions of people. That impact is the mission here at Blood Flow. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Pierre, for joining us and for taking us over. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Last leg of open mic, we did see tremendous number of startups come in and share their perspective, share their journeys with us. I'd like to inform you that we are still not done. We have some amazing videos to share with you. We also have the thank you note and the closing remarks to be added in as well. So we'll get to that in just a few moments. Here are startups with their video presentation on the open mic. Orient yourself to the screen. Let's go over to the videos, please.
Bazaar, a B2B2C augmented reality, virtual reality focused one-stop shop marketplace. XR Bazaar has three distinct business legs. First being an e-commerce play for AR/VR hardware and software. The second and third business leg is a virtual consulting and content creation play, where we harness the power of collaboration and have tied up with consultants, content creators, and studios from India and around the world to offer a service as a collective. For example, if you are an enterprise and want to leverage XR to solve a problem, we create the marriage and suggest the best virtual consultants for your problem. Once the problem is solved, it might also require you to create AR/VR content or acquire hardware. Well, no problem. You can dig into a pool of XR content creators or purchase some of the most amazing XR products on offer at our website. Our monetization model is commission based. For the e-commerce platform, a sales commission for B2B is in between 20% to 35%. For B2C, it ranges between 10 to 25%. For the XR consulting or XR content creation play, we charge a basic 20% margin. Our competitive advantage is that we have skin in the game and are deeply vested in the augmented reality, virtual reality domain. We have been nurturing and nudging India's AR/VR ecosystem through our various ventures such as Immersion, which is India's first VR film festival and conference, XROM, a digital news website, and XROM, which is India's first AR/VR MR podcast. We are currently seeking mentors, advisors, co-founders, business developers, engineers who believe in the potential of AR/VR and would like to join the journey in democratizing AR/VR and establishing XR Bazaar as a leading one-stop shop for all things related to augmented reality and virtual reality. Our vision is to replicate the same business model and offer other future tech products such as IoT, robotics, and to be a one-stop shop for everything related to exponential technologies.
Hi, I am Anuya Trivedi, founder of my playful organization Green Buddies. Green Buddies is creating recycled playstations for children. As we all know, this pandemic has been tough on everyone. Protecting Mother Earth and keeping our children fit are the two priorities which we need to take up. At Green Buddies, we are working towards the same goal. Green Buddies is making play accessible and affordable by creating low cost and sustainable playstations by adaptive reuse of scrap tires and applying earth architecture to create sustainable environment with a focus on 3R concept of reduce, reuse, recycle, utilizing BALA, that is building as learning aid, and simple back to basic concepts and Fit India program, we attempt to create impactful solutions. Our playstations contain learning elements, mini adventure parks, and creative play. So, why tires? Because they are in abundance. High accessibility, strength, mass, non biodegradability. Tires are ideal objectives for reusage. So, what impact these playstations are creating? They are at individual level, they are creating a happy and healthy child. At community level, social cohesion, improved mental and physical health. And at environmental level, reusage will lead to clean and green environment in long run. Thank you so much, Thai Global, for providing me this opportunity of open mic session. I am looking forward to collaborate with people who can help to scale this initiative beyond the country and bring back more smiles. Thank you.